want to bring the good, the bad, the indifferent.
Right.
And not just be the sales channel.
Right, dude. It's not like, it's not like, rates are coming down. You better get in now. I never want to be that guy. It's the right time to buy. Well, intro to the Lewis Group. Yeah?
Lewis Group Home Sales YouTube channel.
Hell yeah. A little bit about us. Ben, you want to start? Some background on you? It's way more exciting than mine.
Sure, Cal. So my name is Ben Florsheim. I've been in and around real estate my whole life.
Yeah.
Really, from a very young age, going to job sites with my dad, and as I got a little bit older, I was doing some finish work with the guys, like caulking corners and doing paint touch up. My dad and my uncle have owned a residential home building company. Man, it's been like 35 years now.
Damn.
My dad recently has kind of started that retirement process. There's a lot more to me than that, but I think for sake of this channel and to kind of keep it relevant, I graduated from North Tahoe High in 2005. I went off to go to college at UNR. Graduated UNR in 2010, took a couple year hiatus in there.
Uh-huh.
And while I was still in college, purchased my first home and rented out 3 of the bedrooms, right? And so was kind of paying the mortgage that way, but that was during the downturn of the market. So it was a really kind of rough time for the home building industry. So during that time, my dad and my uncle kind of switched gears and kind of turned it into a little bit of a flip business, right? Because they had the trades, they had, the guys that were in the field that were on payroll. So I kind of helped them open up this kind of Reno division. They were kind of based on out of the San Joaquin Valley area. And we flipped, somewhere between 50 and 100 homes in a few year period. And I was the guy that was viewing the property, taking notes on the property, going to the courthouse steps and purchasing the property. And then as I got more involved in that, I started helping with some of the scheduling and things like that. So really kind of learned that whole kind of rehab remodel process.
Right.
And then once I graduated school, the market had kind of started to come back. So I decided to get my real estate license at that time. Started selling new homes for the family, and sold a couple hundred new homes for them in the first couple of years, and wanted to kind of step out on my own and start doing my own thing. So I joined a real estate office here in Reno, and that's where I met Cal. It was probably 13, 14, 15, somewhere in there.
I don't know. It all blends together.
So long ago, and from there, really floundered in the business, man, if I'm going to be honest with you, and kind of decided what I wanted to do and hit the pavement hard, and decided to kind of take a step back from the business completely for a couple of years. Did a whole life coaching saga, became one of the many life coaches out there, and really loved what I was doing. And about a year ago, reached back out to Cal and was like, hey, I think I want to kind of switch, pivot again and get back into the business full time. And Cal and I have really been, putting our heads together, and we're really killing it in 2023 here. Got a cool business plan for next year, and excited to share some of the disruption with you guys. And that's what I bring to the table is a little bit of a different perspective, some of that investment, some of that, just kind of what's going on a macro scale, and, listening and talking to a lot of different people in the industry.
Yeah. And Ben's history is a little bit different than mine. Mine's pretty straightforward, I guess. I grew up in Gardnerville, about an hour south of here. I just love Northern Nevada. I graduated, I went to California, played some baseball in college, went to South Dakota, played some baseball in college, went to Nebraska, coached some college baseball, and then woke up one morning and I was like, it's so flat. And, I've been to all these towns, I've been to all these cities playing baseball, and get me home. So I came home, I think you figure out where you belong, kind of in that search in college and kind of finding yourself and finding your place. And mine's here in Northern Nevada for sure. I moved home, got directly in sales. I was selling credit card processing for gas stations. So every time someone ran their card at a gas station, I was getting like a quarter or something like that, which was awesome, but just stressful. I couldn't sleep at night. I needed a change. Moved from Gardnerville up to Reno, up to the big city. Needed more people around me, I guess. And then started at a title and escrow company. Was a title and escrow rep for a while, so I was selling to realtors, and I learned all about these realtors and who they are and what they do, and then kind of switched sides. I went from title and escrow to being a manager at Harcourts. That's where we ran into each other in 12 or 13 or whatever that was. And then
Ages ago.
and then ended up getting my license in 15 or 16 and started selling. And I've always wanted to start a team, and Ben knows that about me. And we know that we work pretty well together. So when Ben hit me up and was like, hey, I'm changing directions. I want to get back into real estate and really start crushing it. And I saw the opportunity, and I'm thrilled that we've come this far, and it looks like we're just going to keep going. Let's talk a little bit about the channel, Ben, and where you see it going.
Yeah, so I think, like I was saying, some of that disruption, right? Like I see these guys on social media, these real estate agents, and there's a ton of them, talking about, I don't know what we'll call it, the bubbly side of real estate, or I don't know, whatever, the fluff.
Right.
The fluff. And I want to get real with people, and I want people to get real with me. And, I crave that connection with people. And, and I know that I'm going to ruffle some feathers along the way.
Yeah.
But I really want to bring some like raw content and really kind of open up some people's eyes to the macro picture.
Right.
And kind of, what are these agents that you follow talking about, and kind of break some of it down, and, kind of fill in some of the missing pieces.
Right. And I'll keep doing the fluffy shit.
So I think, yeah, but right, all of it, right? We want to bring the good, the bad, the indifferent,
Right.
And not just be the sales channel.
Right, dude. It's not like, rates are coming down. You better get in now. I never want to be that guy. It's the right time to buy. I think it's just kind of a shady way to do it. It's more transactional. It's more, I don't know. I don't want to dog on anybody in the industry, but I think each buyer and each seller is in a different part of their life, and is it the right time to buy? Maybe for you it is. I don't know. Let's get down to it and figure out if it is or not, and if it's not, I'm 100% okay telling you that.
Yeah. And I think Cal and I, don't always agree on everything, and I think that's what's going to bring some healthy debate to the channel as well.
Yeah.
And I also want to have, I really want to teach people about Reno. You talked a little bit about why you love Reno, and I want people to come to this channel, to learn about Reno as well. And because, we're seeing a lot of people relocate into the town.
Dude, it's an exciting time to be here. Yeah. It's so cool to watch the city grow and the city change and the city take on challenges that have been lingering for decades. It's cool to see the food scene grow. It's cool to see the bar scene grow. It's cool to see people come in and appreciate the area for what it is and not what Reno 911 said it was, dude. So it's just a super exciting time to be here, and it's such a thrill to be able to sell that, because damn, dude, it sells itself. I mean, look at where we live. It's unbelievable. Yeah, dude, that I'm excited to keep this channel growing and put out some all kinds of different stuff, dude, from you're right, from what's going on in Reno, how it's changing, what we think needs to change with it. I think that that's kind of a
That could be
cool
a lot of
take on
fun,
it.
yeah.
And then, you know, real estate, let's call it advice, but it's more.
Educational.
I was gonna say that I think I want it to be more educational than talking heads. So
Check Cal out too on Instagram, Hawaiian Shirt Home Sales, and
yeah,
OG Entrepreneur is me, and subscribe.
do it.